Four, three, two, and one. Hop days, Antito. Welcome again to another episode of the Bakaden. This is your host, Bakaden, live from the Northern Mariana Islands. Hope you guys are having a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you continue to stay amazing. Hold on, let me just do a quick adjustment.
Thought we were ready.
How's
Worry
that?
about it. Are we mute?
Huh?
Are
No.
we mute?
No, we're not mute. See?
All right. They
Yeah,
can hear
Mike is working. Alright,
Okay.
just doing a quick mic.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm alive, guys. I did not go to. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh. Yeah, it's what is this? The crazy thing is like when you're a teacher and you work got summers off, it's kind of you kind of forget what it's what the day of the week is.
Hey,
And
yeah.
I forgot that today is Sunday.
You get that itch that, especially on a Monday, right, or any part of the weekday, like wake up and then you tell yourself, I'm gonna have to I gotta prepare, and then you come to the realization, it's like, shit, I'm not working. Especially in the summer too.
I do
Yeah.
quite more often. What? Oh snap!
27 months of backa friendship
Alright.
less than three.
Uh, shout,
Heyo.
shout out to Queen. Thank you so much again for the sub. 27 months. Shouts out to you, Spencer. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a lovely you're on the east side of the states. So morning.
That
Morning.
caught me off guard.
Yeah, I was like, no, because like here's the thing: time zones are interesting I feel like time zones are an interesting phenomenon to work with because like, um, when you travel, especially like,
Yeah.
you're used to like whatever hits closer to home, right? So a lot of the times when you go traveling, it's like you don't feel that sensation when you go out to travel.
Yeah.
Or like it's a lot of adjusting. Yeah, it's there's a lot of adjusting that goes in when you travel, like especially off island.
Not only travel, this actually happens, video games too. Like, have a lot of online friends. They have different time zones. Like, a funny example is Epic 7. So, for our time zone, tomorrow standard time, Guild Wars start at 8. Perfect, because, it's 8 o'clock, everyone's chilling at night, we got the initiative. Then, depending on your time zone, if you're unlucky, your Guild War starts at, like, what, 12 midnight, and you're, like, sleepy as hell already. Or, what, 2 in the morning. So, because you can't stay up for that, you don't have the initiative to, like, do your initial attacks. Guild Wars and all that, so you're in it, start with a disadvantage, and then that's when you wake up in the morning and catch up afterwards. So yeah, it can be a bit of a hassle to trying to like force game activity. Could be something.
Yeah, I feel like it can be like that. Especially when it comes to gaming. Like, when you have friends from all different parts of the globe, it's like you may hop on, like, I don't know. Because I remember I have a couple of friends who are in Texas, and sometimes like I remember playing Monster Hunter with them.
Yeah.
So like since they're based in Texas, like whenever I play in the afternoon, it's already nighttime for them.
Right. Yeah. Like there's that sense that kind of feels bad too for like making stay up ridiculous. Just to have a couple games and all that. It gets to me sometimes too. Like, I ask them, like, guys, do you wanna call it a night? You guys need sleep, right? And then with their love, with their beloved heart, they're gonna be like, nah, bro, we're good. POV, it's like 3 in the morning.
Oh man. Speaking of which, JTC, welcome to the stream. Good to see ya.
Wait,
Um,
Spencer, hey, 421 though. Ah,
I was like 1 minute off. 1 minute
yeah.
off.
4 times in the past 3 years. Dang. Hectic. Like, then you have to adjust. Wonder how that feels like, Spencer.
Yeah.
Or thinking about traveling? Time travel.
Hey.
Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
Hey, yo. I jokingly tell my friends because Saipan's day ahead. I tell them I was like, hey guys, I know it's Thursday in Saipan. I know I'm a day from the. Don't worry, there's no time paradox yet. So yeah, happy Thursday. As it's like Wednesday for these guys, like my friends in the States and all.
I'll learn late.
There's a reason why. Like, I forgot, but there was somebody I remember that was wearing a shirt, and it said, the CNMI, or no, it was Saipan, where America's day begins.
Oh yeah, that slogan. I think that's I love Saipans, I believe. That,
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. I felt bad though because I had this one instance. A coworker of mine. He traveled to the States, right? But he still had to respect time zones and all that. So when I felt bad because like one of the deadlines for the assignment is Sunday 11:59 p.m. Right? But then he thought he still had time because Saipan was Monday, but for him in the States it was still Sunday. But then because of the time zone adjustment and all that, he had to turn his stuff on Saturday actually for him. So like he came to the realization like crap, I'm a day behind. But he thought he was still on time with his work, so I felt bad because he spent like trying to ask his teacher nicely like, sir, because of the time zone, can I take my assignment? And it's sad because it took an entire semester to finally respond. The instructor was really instructor kindly said no because the work is late.
Oh no.
Bad man.
So did he have to repeat?
No. Luckily, he was very lucky that although the assignment did chunk his grade, it's not it's not a test or anything like that, so he was off the hook. But still, the reason why it kind of hurt is because our instructor doesn't give a lot of assignments, and because of that, the grade distribution is a lot more chunkier.
Cool.
But yeah, it was enough for him. That's the key. Oh my god, man. I got sad.
No, yeah, no, that part gets stressful.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I think the same could be like so. This is in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you were to turn it in now, and it was night,
Yeah.
right? But it doesn't follow your time. You have to follow their time.
Right, yeah. Like, and the fact that, especially the instructors from the States, they're a day behind. So you're now second guessing yourself. Do I turn in my work early? Or do I turn in my work on time? And that's where, like, the mind games come in. Oh, bad, man.
I think another thing about time zone that really messes me up is Zoom meetings are for lack of a better word.
I don't know, man. Like, it just sucks when everything falls apart with the lag. It always starts with the lag, and then it just snowballs from lagging, and disconnect. It just I felt so watered down too. I was like taking a lot of online classes too, especially like the Zoom felt empty.
A lot. I'm thankful for a lot of places in the States that do adjust to my time, but for the part, like when it comes to like seminars and whatnot, like there's a seminar that's going on in the States and you have to attend via Zoom.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had to do this. You would have to wake up. I would have to wake up at like 3 in the morning just to attend a 1 hour webinar, and I'm like.
And like, I'm not surprised too. Those webinars like had information that you already knew, like wow, back already.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, if you know the information, you're just doing it for like a piece of.
Yeah, and you pretend to take notes and all that, and then you fill out their cute little survey they give on the end of the email.
And be like, yeah.
Knocked out after.
Oh, I don't know. I'm really starting to feel it these days. Like, I like the nightlife, but I find myself quite more often than not knocking out a lot sooner than expected.
Considering you do a lot of like running and exercise too, your body, of course, that's a natural reaction.
That or not. Before we continue, I just realized we went 10 minutes into the conversation and we didn't do a proper introduction. So sorry
It
about
was magnificent.
that. Anyways, Updates Antito. My name is Bakuden. I am the host for tonight's episode, 10th episode of the Breakpoints. To my right, sorry, to my left, a resident Puff Puff Pass,
What's up?
Earl, and to our right we have Arnell.
Hey,
Ragnazar.
what's up, everybody? Yeah, apologies for the late intro. It was very immersive.
So you're probably wondering like why the hell are we doing a podcast like this? I think it's like what 6:30 right now.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why we're doing a podcast this early is because we got so me and Arnell we got a run that we're gonna be doing tomorrow, and so this is going to be the 4th of July run, America.
And man, we gotta celebrate our freedoms, baby. Because without those freedoms that our founding fathers gave us, we cannot have those back and then memes, man. Nothing, internet, you name it, bro. We had all the little things we enjoy in life was thanks to the nice people with the powdered wigs and all that. I don't know how they live with powdered wigs and wooden teeth, but they did it, and they did it for our freedom. Yeah.
Okay, so for your internet speed, your download speed is 44 Mbps. Your upload speed is 5.11 Mbps.
Freedom. They fought for our internet speed. Yeah.
Shouts out to IT&E.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, the thing is like so we're doing a 2-mile run tomorrow. I think that's about 3,000. I think roughly 32 kilometers.
Wait, 3 miles? Miles?
2 miles, yeah.
Kilometers?
No, 3,200 kilometers.
Oh, okay.
Roughly.
Okay. I was like, okay.
I was like, yeah. I don't know. When
I was converting in my head. I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, so the way my mind works now is like I think of the track.
Oh yeah.
Because like if in standard track and field events, right? One complete route,
yeah,
or one lap, 400 meters.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of
that's using like lane 1. Right?
Yeah, assuming that you use lane 1.
Yeah.
But the same could be said for other lanes. But you'll notice that not all of them start in the same line.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing
yeah.
Because
it arcs, right?
yeah, there's a certain arc that they follow, yeah, that they use to
Hell no. Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Listen.
I forgot I had these buttons on.
That's pretty funny. that actually caught me off guard.
I was like, I was just talking about running. If you were like, it's okay. I fear your sentiment, guys.
I think like talking about running too. I had that feeling like when hearing about the idea of running every day. That song right there was perfect. Oh hell no!
Oh, you know, I gotta tell you this, like. So I've been working on the 365-day challenge.
Yeah.
And I've done it since January 3rd.
Yeah.
And right now I have made a 189. So it's 189 days straight up of running. So the basic gist of this challenge is that in order for you to complete a day, you need to do at least 1 mile. Now, the thing is like, with it, I'm not gonna lie. The first few, it felt off for me. Yeah, I couldn't essentially I like running. But like to run every single day of the week is very tasking. It's like first 2 weeks I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I have to run. And then after a while, once I started to get, once I started to get, once I started to get into the hang of things, I was like, I have this mindset now, like where like if I miss a day of running, I am gonna
I see.
because I built up like I
timing too. I feel.
that was great timing. So the thing is like yeah, I don't know. I just feel like after like my pride is on the line every single time that I think
Yeah.
it's like I've maintained this streak for so long. Gotten to the point where like I can't.
Emotional damage.
Kidding.
Yeah, I'd face a lot more emotional damage. The more I think of that. It was like perfectly timed. It was a perfectly timed meme to say at the very least. Oh my god.
I think for me, what made running the fact that I have a soft spot for improvement. Whenever there's like a hint of it, I know there's gonna be a plateau here and there, but the fact that there's always another find a way to my pacing and my general runs and all that, and the fact that there's like so many events and all that, like you can also know the people that also have the same mindset as you, trying to like stay healthy in general. I love that. I've been taking.
I just want to say shouts out to Run Fan. They've done an amazing job at holding a lot of events, and not just competitive events. We've had a lot of community events too where we run as a group, and their philosophy is great because you don't have to be a runner necessarily, as long as you're able to move forward. They'll make so walk the path, you jog the path, run the path. It's fully up to you.
Yeah. Like what? It's better to just do something and start. It's better to move than to not move at all because a lot of people take this for granted. Like
Yes.
again, you're typing so great. Thank you, Twitch chat. Oh my goodness, y'all are popping up tonight. But yeah, don't take exercise for granted because the body just to help keep it healthy. It goes a long way. It's great to live, fast and all that, but there's no shame in long too. Master Uke and still be. So, aim high, guys. Aim high.
I was like, my students.
Oh no!
What, you guys don't want to live? Damn! Y'all are based. I mean, your Twitch chat's too based. It's too powerful, man. I see. Oh my goodness.
It's time to stop!
They refuse. They refuse to be healthy. It's over, guys. I'll see y'all. I'll see you on what machine is that? Oh yeah, the dialysis machine. I'll see you on the dialysis machine, guys.
And everyone's gonna be up to life support.
Hey!
So Matrix win.
Matrix what?
Matrix.
Hey Earl, what did we say? We're all hanging on to life if we're on life support. Hey!
You got
the edge.
gonna say you got the plug?
Hey!
Oh, we're
From a health talk to a depression talk, it just went 0-60. Yeah.
we're
Hell no! To the no, no, no! Hell to the no!
Oh, boy.
Hell to the no! To the no, no, no! Listen.
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Speaking of which, when did you add these?
So this was a new feature that I decided to bring up like
Oh, okay.
at some point because I was like, I wanted to try something new. So I was looking for an experiment podcast.
Yeah.
So I just happened to come across a browser-based source, so you can do certain things on the stream. So you can play sound, and we also have the 8-ball. If you guys are wondering what the,
Ayo.
if you guys are wondering how the 8-ball works, why don't you give it a shot? All you have to do is ask a question, and a random question, random answer will appear on the stream.
Ayo, let's go. I Twitch chat. Test your fate.
So
It's a good question.
no, y'all are pushing it.
Remember, Twitch chat is based.
Alright.
We'll never know.
Anyways, so yeah, back to running.
Yeah. Asking for Smash Brothers?
We're working on it.
It is certain.
I hate
Hey.
you guys.
This Background Striker Senpai. It is certain. Ayo.
Alright.
The 8-ball has spoken.
What I get for choosing the characters in fighting games.
Yeah, for me, I have like a strange pattern. I tend to choose blonde characters. I don't
I
know why, because like every time it's so convenient. Like if there's a playstyle I like, I don't know why. I believe fetish, but my luck is just very strange these days
So you-
when it comes to fighting games.
So you like Ken?
Yeah, I actually played Ken in XM4 and 3. I played like Third Strike and Alpha, and then 4 for a bit. But like Alpha and Strike was like.
Oh man, Ken's personality has definitely been something over the years.
I'm scared for SM6, man.
Yeah,
my boy.
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about that design, man. I'm like, he reminds me too much of Terry, but like
Right?
a rundown Terry Bogard. And it's like I could go off on a tangent about this, but I would be like, you know, it's probably the Terry Bogard from Wish.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Or Alibaba.
Crazy, man.
Oh.
So, fighting game tournament. I know we're having one on late July, right?
Yeah, so we are going to be hosting a fighting game tournament coming up in July. July 30th is our expected date. We don't have any official announcements yet, but there will be a fighting game tournament. Be on the lookout for that. If you guys want more information, be sure to check out Road Rat Club of Saipan. They're on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram. So the thing about this is there's going to be 3 major fighting game tournaments that are going to be happening this year, which are going to be the following. We have Tekken 7, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and we also have.
Did this man kill more rats right before stream? I don't think so. Okay.
That's not why we started the stream early. Bro.
Cue the flashback.
What's our last game? Our last game is Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is the final the latest addition to our list of fighting games that we're hosting. And I was interested. I'm kind of interested to see how this works out because I know there's a lot. For the longest time we've been having Tekken and Smash. It's nice to introduce another. I feel like there's a lot of members in the. Definitely a lot of members.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's an interesting question. No UFC 4. So a lot of fighting games, like ones that you see a lot on and all that. Like I believe UFC, WWE, they're simulation type games and all that. That's why they're so for sure. There are UFC tournaments online and all that. Those are pretty online. But I think depending on how big our probably keep it in mind too, because UFC is still a fighter in a way. And all that.
Yeah, actually, I want to bring that up also. The one thing to up, but especially in an island like Saipan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still have a growing. Don't get me wrong. We still have a growing community, and let's be real here. When it comes to demographics, a
Yeah.
lot of the demographics here play fighting games. As a majority.
Yeah.
In fact, if you were to do a survey, a lot of people will say that there are more geared towards shooting games or a lot of mobile games. And
Yeah, there you go.
I feel like that's where the more because but the problem behind that is we don't have like shooting games at the very least. We don't exactly have a platform yet for organizing a tournament.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's a lot more attainable to do fighting games is because the requirements that you need in order to start up are pretty simple. All you need is a console and the controller. The game.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, makes sense. And if you're doing a shooter game, especially if it's gonna be on PC, you're gonna need setups, man.
Yes. Games like Valorant, games like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
or PUBG, you do need at least some sort of setup. Fortnite, I also like to include Fortnite into the. A lot of people here, in Saipan also play Fortnite. So the thing, the concept here is that, like, in order to be able to host a tournament of that level,
Resources.
you would need more resources in order to build up a tournament of that caliber. And the thing is, like, especially in a game like Valorant, you need 5 PCs for one team,
Yeah.
and another set of 5 PCs for another team.
You gotta make sure that the pieces are always up to spec and all that. You gotta like test out those pieces quality. Yeah, and it just adds on to like the guessing game and all that. Like the last thing you want to happen. Like, those pieces.
Man,
Station from Boboy Pinoy.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Minecraft Hunger
sounds-
Games.
Oh, let's go. Everyone bust out our phones. Minecraft Mobile.
Ugh.
Saki those fried pork, those cooked pork chops.
I will say though, and we haven't touched up on it. I do think that there is a possibility for mobile games played here in Saipan. Part of the reason why
Everybody has.
the thing is, like, everybody has a smartphone. Unfortunately, what kind of smartphone you have really does matter.
Specs.
Yeah, in terms of the specs. It's like, get a Samsung A2. For sure, like, it wouldn't be able to run like any of the
Like I think game with like common and not is like that running a lot.
Yes, actually, the thing is, actually we did have something back in 20. PIC would be the one
Host it,
to host tournaments, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, these guys get on max like 75 to 100% playing
Let's go.
playing
That's
a game.
pretty sweet.
So
Yeah.
they do it in like different several categories. They do solo elimination, go elimination, and then they do
Trios.
they do squads.
Yeah.
And it's insane how that can go for like within the span of like actually span of 3 hours. It go
Oh, yeah.
like for even for that much people, like, it goes by pretty quick. I feel like PUBG also is much more attainable because it has a like it has a room where you can customize. Have people go inside of that server. You have a private server. You don't need to worry about like other people, other players outside of the LAN entering into the scene.
Like, and the barrier of entry is like low too. As Boboy Pinoy mentioned too, you can get like a cheap budget phone like the Blue and all that, or even a Motorola too. Motorola, but has like a lot of budget too.
Motorola is fucking great.
Like if y'all want to save money, you can like those brands too.
72 hours of battery life.
Brands like OnePlus, Xiaomi. Unfortunately, Huawei's out of the competition and all.
Man, Huawei was
Nokia.
great.
Yeah,
though.
Nokia too. Right? Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not the brick phones. Or I'm not sure those are gonna be those key processors. They have those.
You know, I was gonna mention about that because I saw a meme a few days ago, and it was like, if you think you feel useless, just think about the protector for the Nokia. And I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, it was a plastic casing that was around the Nokia, and I was thinking to myself, man, no, I never understood why we had it. It was like Nokia's were were bricks in itself. And then somebody mentioned it off Twitter, and they said, well, that's because it's used to protect the floor. Like,
Imagine protecting damage when problems. Let's go. Yeah, barrier of entry is like low. But you would like any budget phone.
yeah, I mean the rise of mobile games is absolutely insane. Considering that a lot of big hit games are now turning into mobile games themselves.
Fantastic examples like Diablo and.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you guys tried Diablo?
Those like gacha mechanics is bad. That's one thing I forgot to do. It's a really side topic, but then I forgot to copy a link. There's a simulator where it will give it will like simulate the entire gacha roll, because in Diablo you need to lots of like gems and weapons and all that, and you're gonna need like a lot of those 5-star gems to make. But the drop rates of 5-star gems, disgustingly. I thought the gacha games I play is like bad, but this is like worse. Like
Get FGO.
but like think about it.
Oh no,
Because
we don't talk about
for
that.
a single 5-star gem, and this is assuming you're not rolling duplicates yet. That I will try and get the link for that too. I saw it from one of my favorite. Like, I got like my luck was so bad. Like I got my first 5-star gem just to like improve all that after $10,000 of spend. It's bad.
Did you do a gacha simulator too?
Yeah, I was like, $10,000 for this? Funny. I'm going back to my less toxic gacha day. Heyo. Yeah, FGO is a pretty nasty one. Genshin Impact as well.
Oh no, no, we don't talk. I don't want to talk about that, man. I was like, no, because here's the thing. Like, at least with Genshin, if you put in at least $100, you are guaranteed at least something. FGO, you put in $100 there, you will still be granted trash. I trust you. It's like you want better. If you want a better rate, go to the casino. I'm like, FGO is absolutely horrible, man. Their rate of winning is just absolutely trash.
Yeah. I think I play like a fuck ton of gacha games. My favorite one, although it's a slow gacha game, but it's one of the more forgiving. It's called Illusion. So it those RTS gacha games and all that, typical waifu collection. But then what's crazy is that you can like get like a lot of gems, all that for your characters. And for the most part, oh boy, this. Dude. Hey.
Why you gotta why y'all gotta expose me like that?
Yeah, Illusion Connect for
admits.
giving with like the currency. Give it a try though. Although the early games are slow, but then in the late game and all that, it'll be. There's so many like gacha games.
There's way too many gacha games. To say
Yeah.
at the very least. I heard. You know what's interesting though? Like, since we're on the topic of Genshin Impact, I did not know that Genshin Impact actually had an esports tournament.
Oh.
Apparently, that's a thing. There's a competitive aspect to Genshin Impact.
Huh.
Believe it or not.
Since when?
Great. 'Cause, like, when I think of, I know you guys do the tower challenges and all.
Right.
Beat that. But like that's all I think really. That big damage would be.
It's weird. It's weird to think, but like the thing is like.
Are you sure about that?
I just like how it was perfectly timed on Earl's face.
Doubting the competitive Genshin Impact. Twitch chat like managed to manifest the.
Yeah, because the thing is like there's usually win conditions for both games are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like Overwatch, if you get to the objective, you get a point.
Yeah.
If you kill if you drain somebody's HP meter in fighting game, that's a win condition.
Yeah.
Right. Genshin's aspects of win conditions are very interesting because I would like to call it the Genshin games
Alright.
because they so apparently what you have to complete I think at least 4 events, and I think it's time based.
Oh, so essentially it's kinda like speedrunning, right?
It's like a speed run.
Oh, okay.
So I think one of the events is you would be placed in a position on the map, and you would try to collect as much of a certain item that they assign you. So for example, like I don't know, you'll be tasked to pick dandelions
Yeah.
as fast as you can within the area.
Like I can see like where they add conditions. Play as a slow character or something. Not those characters that have like speed
Actually, they give you
like a set.
they give you the default character. So you're
Okay.
yeah. So you're given a random you're given a default account, then you're placed somewhere on the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think another one was to catch fish. I can't remember, but like the only reason why I look at it as an event is because it's similar to what you would expect to see in the Olympics. Like
Hey, rising up to the challenge. Let's go. But instead of like throwing javelins, it's catching. That's attitude.
And I think you would need to kill a certain amount of monsters in a certain area as fast as you can. That was also one of the challenges.
Yeah.
I was like, you turn games into an Olympic event.
No, it reminds me of Epic 7's competitive scene.
Oh.
See, lads. It's one thing to like collect characters in the game, to like spec them up, like be in par with like a lot of players investing gear. I don't know how much they spend money on. Not only that, they have like the cash to get dudes stronger and all. Shit. I remember like I was like scrimming with like some whales and all that, and I got decimated. Price. It makes me wonder how much they spend on it. I'm still free playing Epic 7 for sure. God. But like math and all, probably spend thousands, man. Spend. I don't know. Crazy.
Life isn't so bad. Not too bad. It's whaling.
the hell's a dolphin? Man?
It's like whale, but like a tier below. It's like those people like who buy like discount packs and all that. That's basically. Would you like to get this $29.99 discount pack? You get the premium currency.
Oh no!
Exactly. Exactly.
No, that's how they get you.
I know, right?
That's how they get you.
For me though, like Girls Frontline. Oh, they got me so good. Like yeah, when I saw discounts, I was like, crap, let's go. It's time to buy like skins for my favorite guns, man. Let's go.
There's an interesting saying. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile out of you.
Yeah, and that's how they got me in Girls Frontline, man. Yeah. In this round, we hope.
Because the thing is like gacha games are clever. Like they know they don't have like not a lot of them have like physical value, but they know like if you like a certain character and you want to get them, you will do whatever you will take whatever means that you can in order to get that character. And sometimes they give you like discount deals. Oh.
Emotional attachment.
It's like you want that person, but you
like,
but it's so like there's just this one obstacle that's like preventing you from getting there.
like for Girls Frontline, that's like the gacha game. I think I already spent like on cosmetics. Those kids look great.
Emotional
damage. I know it was worth it, man. Those skins were hot. I mean, really well designed. Yeah.
I hate to put it into the words of Jiguk though, but like Jiguk really put it there. I was like, you know, we're spending tons of money. We're spending tons of money just for a PNG file.
Speaking of
Hey, what?
Hey. Good sauce.
Oh no. It's like you start speaking in numbers.
Language.
The 6 digits, man.
1000.
Oh! What?
Boy, someone in Twitch chat's gonna be like cross reference spicy sauce, man.
Oh
Bring it
no.
on.
It better as long as it's not the cursed 6 numbers though. Like don't tell me that was the one that was the one you mentioned.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
No, because I remember
What is this question? Has your friends ever by your Ash Brothers, right?
I haven't had a chance to play like competitive. We haven't had a chance to play. Like most of the times it's
Out of the blue.
like it's just a random skirmish. Like
Not only that, like a lot of us, because like there's a lot of us playing like the where it's like out of control.
yeah, so I'm playing at like
Essentially a handicap.
no, I wouldn't call it a handicap, but I'm like for me it's kind of like
Like your mind.
yeah,
relaxed and all
like
that.
I'm relaxed. I'm not competitive. Like
Yeah.
if I was to get competitive, like you know that moment where like where Lee just seeks out the weights when he fights against Gar in the tuning exams.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Oh.
Like yeah, it's mostly out of the blue. But I'm down to play it again.
Yeah. I think it's been a while since I played. I think it's been a while since I played Smash.
Like bonito, especially 8 players.
Yeah.
You think you have a plan, you're one being that person, and you have that the other like 6.
I mean, I like the idea of having 8 players in the session. Well, like
Right.
when you put it into an actual gameplay,
Yes, but
it's a
amazing.
disaster. It's like an orchestrated mess.
Yeah, exactly. But it's those fun disasters, man. And that's why, like, whenever I'm in those like funny like matchups and all, you'll notice like I tend to play heavy characters too, so I can start swatting everyone one at a time. Like, our group has like our group tends to choose like lighter characters, like for example Kirby and all that, which
Oh, yeah.
is like targets for like heavy hitters and all
I think
that.
Kirby is definitely a comfort pick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's very easy to use.
Mhm.
he 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 has multiple. He has 5 jumps, so you don't need to worry too much about messing up when
Right?
you're
Yeah,
off
he's
stage.
so safe. And then even if you somehow, and if you need a little more like air on guy, you can just press up in there.
And if you play in a group based setting, down B is pretty much your best friend.
The flies. Like,
But if you're an asshole with good RNG rating, Mr. Game and Watch.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, so in our group we like to do this thing called the Game and Watch R&D Fiesta, man. We all play Mr. Game and Watch and just start spamming the hammer attack and then hope for the best.
The thing is, it's hard to tell who.
even with the recolor too, because of how simple Mr. Game and Watch is, and it sucks too when it's colorful.
Yeah, palette swaps are really hard to tell sometimes.
Like, luckily we don't play Smash with Shrew, or it's over.
Ooh. Or Smash with that. I think a lot like we do play Smash with that. In a very casual setting. It's like, oh, all the items, man. I swear.
Yeah. Like how those items can turn inside a battle so quickly.
No,
One of my favorite items is the paper fan. That is like the most troll item ever. Like especially with Ike, for example, him with his lovely Ragnell. He stares at his Ragnell, stares at the paper fan. He whispers to his Ragnell, "Not today, darling, not today." And then he'll just start smacking you like Chica.
Yes, that's it. I mean, anyways, one of my favorite items though in Smash has got to be the Galaga. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like if you want to ruin somebody, if you want to ruin friendships, just like throw that thing, and then like wait for that moment where it like they just capture you, and then see your friend like slowly go up into the.
Just like that. God. I think it's another random item too. It's like that pinball bouncer thingy. I thought it was useless, and when you place it correctly, it's the most annoying thing ever. Because it pushes you back based on the damage that you take into.
I hate the one I hate the most though. The one where like it warps the stage. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, I
it,
remember that.
it either puts the stage in reverse or it puts it upside down. So like
Yes.
you have to think.
The B item is the true friendship destroyer.
Oh no, trophy assist. And Pokeballs too.
All the Pokeballs, man.
Like the gacha within the gacha. That's the Pokeballs in Smash.
That's like, pray tell you end up with like a.
I know, like there's like a lot of cool assists to like Guile, Alucard, really sweet. Guile on those, my boy, United States.
It's like, nobody ever talks about the Giles team goes with anything anymore.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite memes too. It's like, but the fact that it fits though, it's hilarious.
Every single like, not when people go to TikTok, it's like it's all time low match. Jimmy Kami and goes with anything, like with any anime opening, and I was like, there's no way. Then I looked at it, I was like,
Oh.
and I've grown. The thing is like when during my high school years, like I got hooked on all time low. Like I love listening to all time low.
I was at that phase too, rocking on it. We had that phase.
When we were in the band, like I remember we would play we would usually play covers from All Time Low and Paramore.
Ayo.
Oh man, that was a trip. It sucked too, cause like I had multiple recordings like that I saved in my camera.
Yeah.
And the thing I hated was that the PC that I had didn't last too long.
Was
So-
it the PSS laptop?
Actually, it wasn't on the PS.
Oh, okay.
They got so long story short, that laptop got stolen. So
Aw.
like, yeah, I never got to see the light of day with that one. But like my other PC that I had at the time, like it gave in after 5 years, and like
That's a long time.
yeah, and so what happened was like all the files that I had in that laptop like went out there.
You know, that's at a time when like SSDs are not at its peak, and a luxury.
The yeah, the thing is like the value of technology tends to depreciate over time through use. But it's interesting because we just had a discussion about the law of diminishing the law of diminishing returns.
On French fries. That's like actually one of the best ways to.
I was like, cause like we were at Human Warrior one night and I think Steven had French fries, like a plate of French fries that he didn't finish.
Yeah.
And so like he asked the waitress like could if he could get a takeout box on the go, right? So I was like, okay. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, you sure? Like, yeah. I was like, was really like stale French fries then.
But like the fact that Steven like look at that. Oh.
I was
I was like, damn, this guy has an iron stomach.
I was like, he's never. I was like, I don't. Oh man, because like it was at that point like I never thought I would use an economic concept to describe French fries, man. And thus begins the theory of law. Thus begins the discussion on the law of diminishing returns. I was like, I said theory, but it's a law. That's a because you have two different terminologies there.
Yeah.
So basically, like, basically, you guys ever
Just drink trenchant and ketchup and eat him stale. Okay, so what's funny is that that entire statement is actually the sunk cost fallacy, where you invested in, for example, the product, and because you can't return it anymore, might as well stick with it. And that's where the mentality comes from, just putting fries in you. That's actually a good add-on. The sunk cost fallacy.
Oh man, see, we're applying economics into real life scenarios.
French fries, yes, but you know what? It's practical.
It's practical. I would say so. Yeah. So like in talking about the law of diminishing returns, you order a plate of French fries and they're good. The problem though is like the longer you prolong the longer you hold off on eating those French fries,
Yeah.
the faster it is to get stale.
Mhm.
And you know what? I cannot for the life of me handle stale
I get that, yeah.
stale French fries. Like after my last experience with McDonald's, I was like, they're just absolutely notorious with like stale French fries. Like I don't know what it is. It's just
I get it too. And like, tell you, man, like you can start doing your sunk cost fallacy strategies too. Where, like you look at your stale fries and you gotta start finding ways to like save the investment. Put it in the microwave. That's Andre's favorite method. Like spammy ketchup all over it. Or if you want to be like really, really like desperate, you refry it. Or you know, don't eat it. Just give it a lovely dump. The question: what is the potato skin?
I mean, if I were to look at it this way, I'd rather have stale potato tater tots than I would stale French fries.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Crap, we just gave our 2% in economics.
a very quick economics
On
lesson.
2 theory.
Actually, no.
Oh no, it's a law, right?
Diminishing return is a law. I don't know if the sunken cost was a theory or a law.
It's a theory. Some people like even investment, but statistically, a lot more. Oh, they're going to be more expensive when investments kind of safe.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have that percentage where oh, I wasted money.
Because I think about it more on a scientific, scientific scale of things.
Yeah.
Because like when you talk about theory versus a law,
Yeah.
a law is absolute. You know that it's going to happen. Whereas if you talk about a theory, it's not definite.
Possible.
Yeah, you uh yeah. I think possible is the better term there.
Right, I'm turning my application. Hey, boy, it's time to be an economics teacher, baby. Start off the first day of class. Hey, boys, who had stale French fries left? That, my friends, is the love.
See, this is why you gotta take. This is why you should take lessons with this guy. Like,
You know, I think like, economics is a really interesting rabbit hole because it looks complicated on paper, but if you try to like break it down into like caveman terms, it's fun to learn. It's just that, yeah, it gets boring at first though, but find a way to make it. I can like teach you guys what possibility fears are and all that when a country, you know, like it's one thing for like a little rundown of what that is. So possibility, basically, if a country can like produce that they're good at, that's great. But if they start losing money making specialty, that's where you start like questioning investments work. Long rabbit hole, but yeah, I can like teach you some, like smaller side. Yeah, cool. It's fun to learn, but yeah, it gets boring.
let's not forget our favorite supply and demand.
Hey, there you go. That's a classic, and that's like a staple for everyone. Like people should like at least grasp the concept because it's like one of the.
And
Get into $1
Oh.
sometimes is very strong, or $1 sometimes.
oh, and when you get into foreign exchange,
Yeah, there you go. Like
oh.
reserves and all that. That's where the rabbit hole gets deeper.
and then you talk about things like GDP.
Yeah. So keep doing shit. Economics is beautiful.
you can learn something in this stream sometimes.
Second floor.
It's like this is basically our resume. Right here. Yeah, I can definitely see it.
Why did you want to be an economics teacher? French fries.
It all started with French fries.
Oh man, tariffs. Yes, tariffs, import tariffs, and all that.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Ugh.
Want to buy something? Government's like, I'm gonna tax that. No.
But that's why we have stuff like what was it? Duty. We have duty free. That's how we ended up with like duty free stores.
Yeah.
Because they don't require tariffs when you are coming back.
Right. Yeah. Thank God. But unfortunately, we're not an economic. Because like if we start teaching that like lots of cool stuff like economics, so beautiful. Corona, for example, Fox News economic analysts, they're gonna be like, all right, Corona, looking at the current stock market right now, unfortunately, POW has went down by 10 points. What are your thoughts on it? You're gonna see him like on his laptop, bro, like making some Photoshop of like Simon like simping for Peter or something. And as I was saying, so looking at the economic downturn, I think we're gonna have to start investing in more fiscal policies. Wait, I gotta crop that properly. Yeah, we gotta invest more fiscal policies for our current economic situation and save. Yeah, that's my analysis for the current economic downturn. Back to you, Tucker.
Oh my god. Oh.
Tariffs. That's how Ukraine made their Russia.
Really?
Yeah. It's the main thing. Tariffs for oil export from Russia to the West.
Crazy too. Being the breadbasket of Europe, they have a lot of leverage when
And
big leverage.
and recently, like they found like overseas oil that is like the amount is like right behind Australia's oil.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I swear, if all of us like, now we almost talk to you guys in golf sessions. Water before we start actually becoming analysts.
All right, I think this is a good time. I think this is a good time to take a quick break. All right. So do we make eye contact now? Cause there's a guy named direct eye contact. I know this is awkward, but please don't avoid me. Direct prolonged eye contact. Alright.
This shit is so close to me.
Alright. Alternate fuel. Actually, let's. I think we should. I think we should definitely bring that up when we come back. So guys, don't touch that dial. We'll be back. We'll be back with some more madness from the Bakken Den. Until then, spam the number 7 in chat. I don't know. All right, we'll be back. All right, ladies and gents, peeps of the stream, we're coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Welcome back. Earlier today.
telling you. Ass rat. I like the little.
French fries. Yeah, actually, I could actually give you some French fries right now.
Arms. Careful.
I'm kidding. Well, you know, it's strange. It's strange to think though, because there's actually a thing called carbo loading.
Yeah.
So the strategy, it's a strategy that that runners use, like if they're going to be running a major event. Now, that's not to say like if you're 5Ks if you're running a 5K, then you don't if you're running a 5K, then you don't carbo load, like, because by then you would just feel heavier in the morning.
And then cramps will just.
Yeah, no.
I think one thing a lot of runners, they really want to. They're gonna have like those cool little like jump.
Oh yeah.
Like they have their cute little adventure vests and all that. They have like accessories. Nothing too big.
They call it, I think they call that they call it a hydration vest,
Oh. Okay.
or they also call but that's like if you wear it as a vest. They also have something called a camelback,
Yeah.
where if you basically it's a water bottle that you carry on your back,
Yeah.
and you run along with it.
And like, you can still like drink your water and not stop at all.
Yeah, because you have a special straw that goes in, and you can just like you can just drink from there, which is a typical go-to for like for marathon runners and hikers. Marathons especially, like it,
They're
re-
tough, man.
it requires a lot of mental strength.
Yeah.
And like your thoughts, like as you run, because like when you do a marathon, you're essentially running 21 21 miles. That is really, no, sorry, not 21 miles. You're running 26 miles. Yeah.
Somebody played.
Yeah, it was like imagine having to run 6 miles just to get sometimes it's point A to point A, sometimes other times it's like point A to point B.
Like it gets more awkward too when you bathroom breaks, man. You're like, crap. Do I go to emergency tangan and take a shit or something?
No, actually, so for major events like that, because of the duration of a marathon, they do have outposts they do have outposts
To your
installed.
business, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at like certain areas.
Mhm.
So like if you really need to go and do your business, at least they give you the courtesy of doing your business.
Tangan beat.
No. But I mean, if you're farthest away from the next pit stop, then I mean,
Hello, jungle. I'm gonna expose my ass to the elements again. Like, I heard like funny stories too, especially with ultra marathon runners, man.
oh
Considering
no.
the distance they run, I forgot the athlete's name, but like he mastered a way to pee as he runs, and he was so cocky when he said this. He's like, and I managed to not get the piss on my shoes. I'm like, what the hell? Is that the first thing you worried about? Shit.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, he somehow mastered the technique.
Are you saying like he pees
as he moves,
and then
somehow, PP no hit shoot for some reason. These guys be tripping, man.
unless it's the,
You know, I thought pissing and walking is impressive, but
oh boy,
He was so happy though. But I managed to make sure I don't land any in my shoes. Like,
you know, I really didn't want to get to this point of the conversation, but since we're here and we're talking about using you know, going to the bathroom in very awkward situations. I actually had this discussion with my I actually had this discussion once with my students because we were doing we were reading a short article on how astronauts use the bathroom. And oh boy, I'll tell you one thing. They don't have a bathroom in their suits. So you're probably wondering like how exactly do astronauts use the bathroom? Well, it's they have a very special kind of toilet. And because you're in space, right? You can imagine like everything,
like gravity and all that.
Gravity and stuff. You see water like in space.
Yeah.
And like it you see droplets like spreading across the you see droplets like spreading across as you move. Right? So it's like water crashes around, water moves, but it doesn't like it moves like midair.
Yeah.
So like could you imagine what it'd be like if you were to pee
like the droplets like
yeah.
Oh no.
So the thing about that is for them to be able to use the bathroom in space, what they would need to do is they have a special tube. It's like a hose with a funnel at the very end. So what you do is it has suction power, so it has a vacuum. It has a vacuum installed so that it can go straight. So what you do is you pee inside of the tube, but you have to close it against your crotch, and then you would essentially do your business in there and let the liquids flow through that tube as the vacuum sucks it in. The same thing could be said about, you know, doing the number two. So
you vacuum your butt.
No, it's not like a literal vacuum. All right. So the thing is like they do have a toilet, like it's a specialized toilet. And it's a lot it's like the regular toilet. But it has a vacuum also. So like when you do your business in in space, right? The vacuum is supposed to help hold your your body in, and you have special handlebars on the side to make sure that you hold it in position.
One thing's for sure, no Tinian hot pepper in space. Oh no!
Hey Siri, how do you drop soap in space?
What?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you drop soap in space. Check it out.
What?
No way, it's... Is it possible?
To drop soap in space?
There's no way.
Hold on, let me find out.
All right. Well,
this is important research.
Oh, how to shower in space? Heyo.
Actually, there's a lot of interesting things about space, and the International Space Station does some incredible stuff. And the thing is, like a lot of the people that stay in space, like they stay there maybe as long as maybe a year, 6 months, maybe even longer, maybe 3 years.
Like time to them is like.
Yeah, time in space is a lot is different when you're outside of the Earth's atmosphere. In fact, it's interesting because if you look at Chris Hadfield, Chris Hadfield is 62 years old, and he's been on the frontier for quite a long time now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you saw his face, right? He looks like he's in his like
30s, right?
late
Yeah.
30s, early 40s, man.
Mhm.
So, like the guy doesn't look like he's aged, and the same could be said about other astronauts too. Like people could be like 72, 82, and they still look the same.
Right?
It's like, or like the aging process takes a lot longer if you're when you're up in space, which is fascinating to say at the very least. But like, man, like to see something of that caliber goes
The fact that you don't anti-aging. Yeah.
uh
That's
it's like, yeah, just go to space. You're totally fine. But you know, it's also interesting because people stay for a longer period in space. Some people wonder like how exactly do people get their um how exactly do people get hydration? Because of course when you're in space you have to drink.
Yeah.
A lot of the times you do have to drink. So
well, like it makes you wonder. Did I just how will the food because of gravity?
actually it kind
It's
of
still the same.
it kind of works the same.
Oh, okay.
But like um they can't have like much solid food, so like a lot of the stuff that they eat,
Processed, right?
like it's processed. Sometimes they come in like small packets. The same could be said for like uh goose. A lot of them are powdered or like they're ready to. Because like the thing you wanna like if you think making a mess while you eat here is a problem, like if you eat a bag of chips, for example,
Yeah.
like that's fine. You eat a bag of chips in space, expect to see flying chips all over your face.
And like the tiny salt part.
It's
Don't
insane.
forget your bones losing calcium from zero gravity.
Oh, I don't know that.
Alright, because of lack of resistance.
Oh yeah, because of that, astronauts also do have to work out in space as well. And it's interesting because like you would think like uh when because a lot of the stuff that they do for workouts are more mostly aerobics based, but they do have certain weight they do certain weight trainings also. So like they'll have a system that's attached which is supposed to simulate
Pull-ups, right?
like a shoulder press
Okay.
or a deadlift if you will.
Yeah. Actually,
It, it's a pretty tedious endeavor though. Like when you look at it.
So my research for dropping soap was a bust. But oh,
So you wanted to know if it was possible to drop soap in space.
drop the soap. And finally, emptiness. That's the scary part thing about space, though. That like planets are like light years away. Once you go floating, you're floating. Like the Among Us like animation, and you just.
Mm.
object in motion stays in motion.
Reminds me of the movie.
Mm. I loved Interstellar.
Like when they started talking about the four, I was like, shit. If only I had space brownie.
I mean, it's an interesting concept to grasp. Granted, do not like a lot of the scenes are like, do not try this at home or in space.
Yeah.
Like, do not jump into a black hole.
And then Mr. Alright, boys, it's fourth dimension time, baby. Concept though, like fourth dimension being time, and then like where your position.
The mysteries of a black hole are interesting, but at the same time, extremely terrifying.
Right. Yeah. It's funny too because like people like in like popular media like think black holes transport you mentioned. Well, not exactly, because that's what a wormhole.
Yeah.
Black holes are different.
'Cause,
So, what is the opposite of a black hole? Everything is supposed to have an opposite.
yeah. Actually, I would argue that it would be the star.
Because I know black holes are different from stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like when you have stars, right? Like stars have stars do have expiration date. I forgot what they used to call to determine the star. It's not light years. Something, but still, like when a star fades, that's when it turns into a black hole.
Power of sorcery. I'm just kidding. I swear, there's a joke in here somewhere. The opposite of a black hole is a white hole. Sounds like a you. So white holes. I'll be quoting I'll be quoting Google. White holes, which are theoretical, that opposite of black holes, constitute this dark matter that's thought to make up most study finds. Some or white holes may even predate the Big Bang. Alright, where's
But where in the
Because
universe
black
would
holes
you
is just a theory.
we have yet to
a black hole?
white hole.
A white hole.
Opposite. That's like I activate black hole to destroy all monsters in the field. I got white hole to like negate that crap. Monster. Alright, fair enough.
That's like a multi-summon monster reborn there.
I know. I could have. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh! White hole. Right. Hey. It's a trap card too.
It's a trap card?
An actual opposite too.
What exactly does it do?
Okay, when your opponent plays Darkhold, the monsters on your side of the field cannot be destroyed. Oh,
What?
yeah, you know. Well, would have been nice if you just had a monster that.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I for one I'm fine as is. I still can't grasp like anything beyond XYZs.
Oh yeah, Xyz. Xyz is really. But like, I remember the anime when that one side character was like, Xyz summons like one summoning mechanics, Yu-Gi-Oh history. Like everyone with like a brain cell sees like two monsters with identical.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's very simple. But when you get stuff like link summoning or
Yeah, because like the thing about link summoning is that you can do it. If you can like meet the requirement by meeting like the quota of monsters like to link 4, you'll need, or
right.
you can have like link monsters that can like together to form the sum of 4. Like you can have a link 3 linked with you can have a link 3 linked together to make. And thank God the format acknowledged the fact that links are very restrictive to the like the whole point of links try and slow down the game. But then oh my goodness, because of that, a lot of decks just like started falling off because you so much link cards to support other decks. That's where like logistical. Mommy's like, I take our losses. We're gonna still keep links, but then we're gonna make it decks that don't. But it was a retied frame. Funny, that's where I started playing 4 era, and like that's like my introduction to you. Like people kept telling me about the days that you don't need link monsters. I'm a fan. But yeah, crazy. Links are just a way to game the game. Awful lot.
I still find it interesting because like I remember in the earlier days of Yu-Gi-Oh, like the gameplay that was shown in the TV series did not match like actual rules like on the board.
I activate Pot of Greed. What does it do? I draw 2 cards. Yes. Complicated, I know.
So I was like, it was a simpler time, too, because like like people weren't too critical of like having to compare the difference between both of, like, playing the game in the anime versus playing the game in
Like in the older formats too, especially like classic U or known as format and all that. Like like the key meta rather than having like a fancy like all that. It's just having like a good having good like
I just remembered how like Kaiba like like in the opening in the first episode just like busted out busted out blue eyes white dragon right then and there.
yeah.
And I tried to do that before when I played an actual game. I was like, I summon blue eyes white dragon. You can't do that. I was like, what? No.
You got a tribute.
Like apparently you have to tribute summon two cards in order to two monster cards in order to
yeah, because I think Flies is alone.
yeah.
I remember.
Oh.
You know, no, I saw this. I think it was the Battle City arc where Kaiba battled some random thug, gave the thug some rare cards too, and then if he won, he could just keep cards and. And then, like, as Kaiba dueled him, he did, like, I was laughing my ass off because he summoned Obelisk turn 1 and did battle damage turn 1. I was like, well, hold on a minute, Kaiba, wait! Yes, I attacked turn. Balanced gameplay. Rules, I have money. I'm Kaiba. Oh, Mokuba!
Mokuba.
Like, I saw, like, fandoms of it.
I
I forgot the name of that fandom, but, like, he was, like, Kaiba was, like, reading hieroglyphics. That's what the hieroglyphic says. Like, the fact that it still had Shut Up Mokuba on it, that's what got me. But it's alright. That's a cute. Like,
Still loses to Yugi, the lower middle class.
you mean Joey or something?
Yugi
Oh, what?
is like bad for.
Oh yeah.
And then
His
compared
grandpa, yeah, his grandpa.
to that rich boy, with a bunch of shit, still loses.
Right? No, like I remember I shared the meme yesterday. Yesterday or like the top 4 contenders in Battle City was like Merrick, Kaiba, and they had like the Egyptian god cards. And in position 4 you got Joey Wheeler with the baby that baby dragon card. I was like, oh my goodness, this bad lad ready to take on God.
It's like
And
free
he
to,
almost won too.
it's like free to play peeps versus pay to win.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for people who do free to play routes. But like you have a lot of patience and determination.
Mm-hmm.
You may not get what you want in the beginning, but at least like you're there to you know.
You know, just play the trick. And it does get satisfying when you like build without spending. Like, I'd rather use the money elsewhere than like waifu Genji's with that person. Anyway, there is a satisfaction of like nation with like the word eventually. It'll take a while though.
It definitely like with a lot of things it does take time.
Yeah.
It's just hard though because the temptation is there. That's what I'm trying to say. The temptation is there. Like you cannot resist not wanting to get.
And in fact, like developers will by making, for example, the character have a specific ass ability or a meta defining ability. Oh, and then they'll whisper.
I just hate it. Like nowadays, like I feel like gacha gaming ads are like everywhere. Like I will scroll. Get me started. Don't get me started.
There's Seven Deadly Sins. That one came up a lot.
Oh
There's
man,
also there's this new,
was it Dislight?
and yeah, that's one of them. But
This
there's
a
another
lot.
one. I like the. It was a. It's a fairly new game.
Summer's Green.
That I think it's all data like. Actually,
Thing?
yeah, yeah. There's like so many. Game, song, and dance. A free game. And you register, you get some free dollars.
Oh, let's not forget AFK Arena.
Ah,
Yeah.
No. No. I'm tired of YouTube.
And then I remember the ads too. There was a rapping ad, and then there's like those stupid dating ads too. They're like those couple going on a date. And they're complaining about their power level, and I'm like, what kind of date is that?
But they also had that high school reunion that's like,
Oh yeah. It's like, wow, you look hot, and then there's one dude that just walked by. It's like, oh, Tim. Yes, discriminate because you have a lower overseas combat power or something, right?
ugh.
Oh yeah, speaking of other gacha game, it's that World War game too. I'm trying to remember. They use like Jean-Claude Van Damme as like the general. Yes, my Canadian Taekwondo boy. Gonna lead the U.S. Army. Very realistic.
Hey
Oh,
man, he got that dance that was like,
bro, that guy can still. They shoot as like.
oh, it's like Van Damme's roundhouse kick, man. Oh,
Yeah, man.
that's beautiful. What was I gonna say?
I think it was like the adverts, right?
Yeah, advertisement. Like, where do I begin? It's oversaturated.
Mhm.
A lot of like there's the turn-based gacha games, and then there's the puzzle solving gacha
Oh yeah,
games.
those two.
Oh, those commercials piss me off
Yeah.
every single time because they're like they give you like a certain techniques where it's like, okay, this is the correct way, this is the correct way. Then you get to the point where like, the guy acts stupid. He's like,
Oops.
oh, this doesn't go here. This doesn't go here. It's triggering
Yeah, man.
because it's like it makes you want to play the game, but I'm like,
The one that makes me laugh too is, remember the Mafia ads?
Oh.
That's how Mafia works. Oh yeah.
oh, you could be a level 100 boss.
Oh yeah. Level 200 mafiosos.
Oh,
Then generic porno like disco. Or turn.
there's another one. Girls X Battle was.
Oh yeah, that too. Exaggerated artwork's the one that always kills. Oh. All right, show it.
I I have a lot of things to say about that, but like, first of all, the game's not what it is.
Oh yeah, the ad they do like the three models, right? That dating like ugly chick.
I was like, believe me, I tried for maybe like three days, and I was off the app. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how.
That's okay. All right.
But I was like, it was just out of sheer curiosity. I think generally, like, it's gotten to the point where, like, this has piqued my interest. Let's see where this takes us, basically.
Like there are some guys because like there's this kind of nostalgia for it, and it's those restaurant simulations.
Oh, like the restaurant
Like Diner Dash and all, but like there's this, I think this phone game I played off of Anime Cafe or something, where you essentially run a cafe, like those typical Facebook cafe games, and then it's funny because you can. But anyway, like crazy that you can hire like a lot of anime characters to cafe, special guest characters to different animes cafe to really wholesome gacha game. It's a slow gacha game. Characters the more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
But my goodness, it's actually a fairly.
actually, I want to go back to Girls X Battle because their commercial. I think their ads are the one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like,
You want to date this ugly chick? Watch it.
I'm like-
yes.
It's like it's very unrealistic, and I feel like most of their ads could are punishable by law.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
False
there
advertising.
like no what I mean is like, well, yeah, there's that, but also like there's this one scene that I saw on Girls X Battle. I don't know if they still show it anymore on YouTube, but there's this guy. He goes to a restaurant,
Yeah.
right? He orders ramen, right? And then after that, like, he wants to take the girl out on a date, right? Or he wants to ask out the girl, like,
Yeah.
that's sitting next to him. So what does he do? He puts a pill inside of her ramen, and I'm like, she knocks out, right? And he takes her home, and I'm like, that's the end of the video, and I'm like,
Jesus. Actual murder right there.
I'm like, did you actually allow I looked at this and I was like, they actually allowed this kind of content to be up on YouTube as an ad.
Right, and you have to realize you have shit like Mafia too. It's aside from the fake gameplay, it's like you get revenge, you get all the money you need. Crap. And when you actually play boring base build, it's like Breathless.
I was almost tempted to try one of those other games where it's like, you like Game of Thrones, you
Oh,
like
no.
Age of Empires,
Oh no!
get ready for this game, and I was like, it
Wait, is it that Viking game or something?
yeah, I think
Like
it
a
was
lot, and like a lot of freaking like I think like, hey, did you like get Age of Empires Viking game, and you want to feel that 2000s like, well, try out this game, and then they're gonna, like if you get an insert prizes here, signing up, and don't forget to use my code, blah blah blah, this for more currency. And I've seen those ads too.
I feel like games nowadays are just following the same formula. And I mean, it gets the audience, but I'm like, I feel like mobile games are just losing mobile games are just losing their touch with what makes a mobile game a mobile game.
Right. I remember Angry Birds, that cute, and there's also like the glow hockey and all. When games actually felt like time killers rather than
Yeah.
ah,
Those were the days.
Happy Bird.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Mini games of
dude.
mini.
Man. Flappy Bird was a good one.
Most.
Also the copy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
there's-
bootlegs.
Wait, there's copyrights?
Like a lot of bootlegs.
Okay.
So you know those pipes, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh. There. Yeah.
I remember like a lot of like I kept like back my on 50.
Like with anything's possible with a little bit of Photoshop.
And
Oh.
there's also candy.
Oh,
Ah
okay.
yes, that there's stereotype. Ah yes, the mom game. Like share adults and then get free life.
There's also Gosh.
Geometry
that-
Dash.
man, yeah, that was fun.
I thought that was nice, but I was like, it had that thing where like if you you could purchase the other version, and you could get the longer version of the game. So I don't think I got past the first level for Geometry Dash,
Yeah.
but it was amazing though, because I like the concept of like something moving, but like being also rhythm based. Like
Yeah, it's a hybrid of like platformer. There's also the Joyride and all that. That game was like, and I remember there was like a move where people get hacked versions of the app just to get. That's always practice.
what exactly is Jetpack Rider?
So Jetpack Joyride is basically I keep forgetting. Play as a guy that stole a jetpack that shoots out machine. Like that's the original. Across the lab, and collecting coins and get trying to go as far.
Oh, okay.
Very simple game.
A Subway Run.
Oh,
Subway
Subway
Surfer,
Surfer. Oh,
Uh,
I was like, sometimes like I'll go out in public and then I see people in the waiting line. You see kids like playing Subway
yeah,
Surfer.
man. And there's Temple Run too, right? Yeah, there's that too.
Second game.
Temple Run 2.
Angry Birds. I remember Angry Birds was a fun game, and then tried Milk. That's where it got fun.
I mean, they got to the point where they have merch. They got to the point where they had
A movie.
collaborations and a movie.
One of my favorite birds, Terrence, the big red bird. What does he do? He's just big. And what's special about him? He's called Terrence. I don't know, like every time I look at Terrence, you're like, that name just suits you well. I don't know why. What's your name? Terrence. What do you Terrence? I just Terrence them.
It's a fast one. Close up.
Oh
The
no.
blackbird's so base, man. He just takes stares at you, lands on you. White bird just takes a jump on you. Then it's still the trippy bird's the boomerang bird. Opens his mouth. I will now proceed. Then the shadow clone.
And the yellow one, it's fast.
Oh yeah, there you go. At its charm. But then you got Terrence. I just can't because he's literally the red bird, but big. I was like, man, and the fact that his design got approved, man, Romeo on point.
That's a damn bird.
Right? Have an idea.
Why not? Like the Pokemon, why not?
Not.
Oh god. I look back and I think about a lot of crazy things. I think this is a good time to talk about workouts again.
Ayo.
I was like, cause I remember last Wednesday I was in a craze because I was like, oh my god, guys, I feel so on fire because I took pre-workout for the first time,
Mhm.
and man, that was absolutely insane.
What's the thingy? Drink, right? That's something.
So it's called Conviction, and it was a pre-workout drink. I'll tell you one thing though, because like it is what felt like a moment of like power turned into an absolute collapse. So let me explain. So let me explain the story. So the moment I was texting you guys in the group chat, I was fueled with passion. Like
Mhm.
I wanted to like throw punch Satan for some reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was in the gym. I was like doing heavy squats. I was busting my legs because it was leg day,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, I was on fire. I was in the zone, and I was all over the place.
Yeah.
And then midway throughout that conversation, like I just sat there. I was thinking about life.
The Guts team's like playing.
And I was there, and I was like, "Is this what my life has come? Be a meathead?" And then like, my heart was still beating because I was at the point where like I was just like boom 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 boom, right. I was still on fire. I was still fueled, but I was like, I didn't want to do it anymore because my body was already reaching the point of exhaustion.
Your
So,
body's like, I just want to be happy.
Bro, you sure that ain't cocaine or heroin? Fucking your dopamine levels.
After Simon drank the pre-workout, he's just gonna his rice head and it's on.
waiting for the waves to crash. It's like,
The poor fisherman's like staring at him, like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
it's like I've learned the ways of the Ronin.
What? No.
So the thing was like the reason why I felt that way was because like prior to me working out, I was like I was at home and I had the pre-workout with me. The thing was it didn't have a scoop, right? So
Eyeball the serving.
so actually what I did was like they said recommended to take 1 to 2 scoops. So I was like, okay, since I'm yeah.
Twitch
So-
chat knows you didn't put 2 scoops.
So what happened was like I since I didn't have a scoop for the pre-workout, I went to the next best thing. I went to my I know I had a scoop in my whey protein and I used that for reference. So for reference the scoop was about this big.
Yeah.
So I took one scoop of that and I went straight into the pre-work I went straight into training.
Uh-huh.
Turns out that's actually not the actual scoop you're supposed to use. The actual size, right? To have this is actually
Oh no.
Is it hidden in the container or something?
I was like I was telling the guys at the I was telling the cashier at the gym or one of the staff at the gym that hey I'm sorry but I couldn't find I don't know if this thing has a scoop, so I wasn't too sure. And so like throughout the rest of that workout, like I didn't want to do anything. Like I kid you not, like I had to sit down for a moment, and then I was like, I'm gonna go straight to the bathroom, and that was one of the worst moments of my life because that was when I started throwing up. Like all the energy that I had in my system was like got me like throwing up right there, and I was like, and mind you, I have not thrown up in a long time, right? So I was like, yep, I do not want to ever do this again. This is not fun. I was like, I like the moment of I like the being mode. Woo! It's like I don't.
I just want to be happy.
It was crazy because like one of the staff came in because I forgot I left the bathroom door open and like I was head positioned on the toilet and he was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, I think I am."
As the gut steam is playing in.
So they were nice enough to give me some water and they allow me to like just take some time to like chill. But I gotta tell you, man, like they told me to sit still for a moment, but like I felt like I was there anticipating and waiting, and I realized that was only 3 minutes. I was like, that was the longest 3 minutes of my life.
You're literally the Flash.
It got worse though, cause like by the time I got home, like I still felt sick. I still wanted to throw up, but I didn't, thankfully. But like, I kid you not, I tried to I tried to sleep at like 11.
Yeah.
I ended up staying awake until like 30 in the morning, and then after that, the effects like wore off right after that.
That's good.
But there's an important lesson to be said here, and it's this: if you are going to take any supplements, make sure that moderation that you take into you keep in mind that moderation is key. Because with stuff like that, it can actually affect it can actually affect you physically.
don't want the gut steam playing after a workout, guys.
Yeah, I'm just fortunate, but like I've heard a lot of cases where like people would take like massive dosages and then they basically become a statistic at that point. But like it's important to take moderation into, and always consult your doctor if you're ever going to if you're going to take pre-workouts.
Oh, you actually have to consult.
Like sometimes you would need to if you experience like massive heart conditions. I didn't need to because I knew I had a pretty good caffeine tolerance.
Oh, okay.
But like after that session, I was like, yeah, I think that was a massive.
I G. Fucking.
No, we are not going straight to G Fuel.
What's wrong?
I was like, G Fuel as pre-workout?
I can see it. Simon gets sponsored by G Fuel. Firewall's like a stack of G Tupperwares.
It was insane because I remember there was one person one of my friends subbed on Twitch chat on the Twitch chat last time. He was like, go buy G Fuel. I was like, we'll see where that goes. Even one of my students was like, have you tried G Fuel? I'm like, oh boy.
It's not Monster Energy. You know. I like it.
If anything, I actually would prefer Bang. Like I'm more of a Bang person. So,
I see.
like,
Okay.
like if I need to energize myself. Not too much onto yeah. Not too much onto G Fuel, but I think at some point I would give G Fuel a shot. They do have they do have nice flavors.
I do recommend like going for the sales.
Uh
The Memorial Day sale. It was a buy one get one.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like this, like eventually, like if I get started on the G Fuel, like you're gonna see like an entire wall of like G.
It
Like,
starts as a wall, and because of the amount of Tupperware, it's gonna start forming a shape like what the pyramid of the Eiffel Tower is on. Not pyramid, sorry, just the Eiffel Tower. Then you'll do the pyramid of Giza. Well, for me, my usually like drink after like runs and all.
but you do need the electrolyte.
Hell yeah. After like fireball feels.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one thing. Like I went to the gym the next day and I showed them the actual bottle, the tub for the pre-workout. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the scoop. Like, did you check under it? And so grabbed the spoon, like dug through it, and turns out the scoop was like at the very bottom of the tub.
Oh, it's one of those. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Oh.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I had to learn. I had to learn it the hard way. But man, like after that whole experience, I was like, I finally switched to like like one half of a scoop.
Yeah.
So I use that half dosage like for whenever I go to the gym. So that now my pacing is a lot better. And thank God I was able to sleep a lot better because after that point I was like, I don't know if I was ready to, I don't know if I'm ready to see Jesus yet.
That's one of my favorite feelings after like the hard days of like grind and all that. Body's like really tired. Get your shower going. Maybe like grab a bite or something. Like fall down your bed. Good. Sleep tight.
Turn to monkey. There's actually another drink that I came across earlier this year and last year. There's this brand. It's called Celsius.
Oh, okay.
So
I've in store.
actually, let me go grab it.
Right. Expose this new secret. Yeah. Gonna make us strong. Jacket.
illegal though. It has that cocaine look.
Oh,
But then once you pour it in water, it shows you like the actual color
color,
it's
right?
supposed to be.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually. Well, because like you know how like typical like powder like drink, for you to color, no be the fact that they. Why then? All right, what is this magical
So this is Celsius.
monster this live streamer?
Celsius.
Yeah, Celsius.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute,
It's
Celsius. Oh shit, Dustin Poirier, I believe. The rank. I think the rank number 2 FC fighter is actually sponsored by this. Hey yo,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Celsius.
So I was like, I wasn't too sure if I wanted to try Celsius myself, but like after giving it a shot, like it actually it's pretty good. It has enough caffeine and taurine to keep you energized, which is important. But it also supports a lot of your
Hey yo, Dustin.
your perform at your best, in a way. Um,
My favorites is Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, they also make their own protein bar.
Really?
Right now the one I have is it's Nutter Butter.
Nutter butter.
Yeah.
As in like the biscuit kind of nutter butter.
Yeah, that's what I got right now. Very good.
So yeah, Celsius. So at the time, like when I first bought Celsius, it was only available at Price Costco, and I think it was also this was also available at the base. Yeah.
Yes.
But now it's gotten to the point where like the ease of access is a lot easier now, so you can actually get this at any local mom and pop store. In fact, I got this at Downtown Market for about $1.99. It's actually a pretty good deal. Because like if you get it at Price Costco, I think it's like $2.50 per can. uh, and nothing like supporting good workouts and post workout stuff. Like you got to know the way. Do you know the way? I was like, wait. I was like, I wasn't too into the way phase. So I was like, I didn't think I needed I didn't think I needed whey protein at the time. But like, seeing it how that has worked for me, like it's become a staple. Like every time I finish a workout. Granted, I'm a very forgetful person too, but like sometimes I like forget to take I forget to take I forgot to take my way like right after. But yeah, muscle recovery is important. But I think your dad would probably say some say otherwise.
Alright, boys. Alright, so for those in the street, so my dad, used to play basketball and he used to dive a lot back in his home country. And basically, in terms of athletic appearance and all, he's a natural. You know, not a single supplement in his body aside from his his diabetic medication. But other than that, my dad's all natural. But my dad really hates like those. I know. For those who know, there's like those like ads, right, that promise you, hey, you're gonna lose a fuck ton of weight in what, like 4 weeks and all that. And my dad hates those. And my dad makes the assumption that all supplements and steroids make your pee. My dad has like genuine fears, like, boy, if you think those like suspicious supplements, they're gonna make your pee smaller. Because my dad believes that these days, the industry is trying to make us turn into like some Alex Jones stuff, guys. So please forgive the tangent, but yeah. So my dad believes that if you drink all of this stuff, you're gonna turn into a lab experiment. You're like a cow, and like this shit's gonna make your pee smaller. My dad believes that unfortunately our generation's becoming industrialized commodity. They're like the companies that we buy from, we're essentially their leverage. You know, as long as we keep the money rolling and they're happy. As long as they promise us that this sexy ass whey protein powder is gonna make buff, fall for it. And the fact that they're gonna charge an exorbitant amount, you know, it's crazy because you most certainly can, you know, be strong, buff as hell with just natural stuff and all that. And that's like fantastic example because he's in his 60s, jacked as hell. My God, that guy like where.
Yeah,
And as my dad said it best, if you have the body for it, you can start wearing booty shorts. And if the girls complain, tell them to get on your level. I'm not joking. He literally said that. My dad's a pretty base guy. Like, if Alex Jones and my dad's had like a beer session, my fucking god, man, they're gonna be best fucking friends.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's our inside joke that supplements. Because okay, so again, just a mini summary. Supplements equal steroids. This is my dad's logic. So supplements equal steroids equal. Therefore, stay away from steroids so you won't turn into a government cow or something.
I beg to differ.
If my dad was here, he'd be like, "Don't." He's like, "No, my." He's like, he sometimes calls like my friends, like my son, to, "Oh, my son, government already manipulated you to buy all these products."
This is a fucking market economy. By the way. It is controlled by the people. What the fuck? It's not a command economy.
And like my dad's like, and these are the same people that manipulate you to buy these very overpriced products just for the sake of convenience. And then this is where the rabbit hole gets deeper and dumber. I'm telling you, like my dad can be Alex Jones sometimes. I remember speaking of Alex, I remember some dude like on YouTube, like they got a clip of Alex Jones and the fucking YouTube title killed me. Literally says the entire summary of Evangelion by Alex Jones. I was like, oh hell no! And the context was he was just literally talking about Google. But the fact that the fans actually that it was a decent summary is what killed me, man. When he started talking about nerve, instrumentality, and all that, I was like, this guy's just talking about Google. So yeah, sometimes if you talk to my dad, like the minute he turns on Alex Jones mode, it's over. Like even if you give him all the case studies disproving him, he's gonna think that the government somehow manipulated your brain. Yeah, and keep in mind, Earl, my dad is not on some psychedelics. He just smokes cigarettes. Yes, he's capable of using a laptop too. Don't worry. He knows how to switch tabs in Google Chrome. He's a very dangerous guy. But yeah, him and Alex Jones are like he's odd man.
I'm just waiting for the day when your dad like sets up a YouTube channel. I'm telling you, I would watch.
He's gonna find some like those flex influencers. He's gonna be like, I don't like you. He's like start chasing him. I get like instead of like throwing like his fist, like you know, instead of going fisticuffs, my dad's just gonna get an ordinary cabbage and carry. This is what real supplements are.
I'm telling you though, like if has your dad ever seen like Athlete X?
Yeah, my dad hates him, man. Because like my dad believes that he's trying to like cheapen, you know, the hard work of like, you know, exercise and all that. Like sure, people always like that's what my dad really believes the idea that exercise is not something like no general health is not something you can get overnight. It's something you have to keep. The fact that like there are some people that are willing to milk data, like you know, like they're gonna sell a supplement and then over glorify like, oh, this supplement is gonna help you with insert conga line list stuff here. And then when you actually do the FDA research, this supplement is just an ordinary protein shake and all that. But the fact that some influencers are willing to like embellish how good it is, like what, and you've seen it too, where they pay people to say certain shit.
Oh yeah.
My dad like it's like those fake testimonies and all that, the bullshit weight cuts. When they say I lost 80 pounds in 3 weeks, my dad's like, what? Ay, puñeta! Did you do surgery or something? Where did the fat go? The fat does not fly away from the body.
Hey, 80 pounds in 3 weeks. That's a shit.
So small.
No, yeah. Wait, did you say 3 weeks?
According to like I remember there was that one ad. They'll start embellishing shit like, oh, 60 pounds in like 3 to 4 weeks and like a month and oh fucking way, man. Unless you starve yourself, there's no fucking. That's what my dad. Unless you went to Africa and eat nothing but hippo shit and all that. I'm not sure if you're gonna lose all that weight just like that.
No, yeah. That is not a realist. That is definitely not a realistic
Yeah.
weight that you should expect to lose. I mean, a lot of us like would hope that if we're at that point where like overweight, with like that we would lose 80 pounds right then and there.
Right.
But it's a slow and steady progress, and
And the fact that not only that, what the cherry on top is the fact that they're doing witness testimonies. With this product, I've lost this amount of weight in this amount of time, and it's all thanks to this. And no, one thing my dad hates the most too. Like, you want to know how to lose weight, and then the ads just gonna keep going on and on and on, and then my dad's like, okay, what's the method? They're just gonna keep blabbering and blabbering, and then before they even get to the explanation, they're like, would you like to take just one year program where you pay $5.99 a month to learn my secret on how I lose weight, because you're gonna take full responsibility of your body and blah blah blah.
what? Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, there's like a lot of like they're gonna guilt trip you, like it's like this is gonna I wish I can one trick solution, but this is gonna be an annual program. I'll be training you for you, blah blah blah. Or the typical scam. Would you like to buy this workout book for $99 or something?
Actually, there was a moment where like I remember where there's a guy on YouTube like who would say like, which one would you rather eat? Like he showed you the bowl of salad and then the pizza is like,
oh
and it's like he's ripped, right?
Yeah, right.
He's like, well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm definitely not gonna be eating this rabbit food. And like, went straight to the pizza, and I'm like, at one point I was tempted. I forgot what the program was called. Do you remember?
I think it's the same dude, that Athenian guy or something.
No, I don't.
But yeah, I've seen that. It's actually a notorious ad to him, the one my dad hates the most. Like, what you mean eat salad or pizza? You can eat both, punyet. What, is the salad gonna kill you or something? Yeah, boy. And my dad's like, see, boy, this is what I'm talking about. They're going to industrialize all of us. They're gonna turn you to cows. And, as he like bust out his tinfoil like mentality, I always pat my dad on the shoulder. Don't worry, Dad. Keep going.
I actually like I thought that was appealing at first. Like I like the idea of like being able to like eat what I want, but like still lose weight. And I realize now more than ever, like that's definitely not the way to go. Like diet and exercise really ultimately go hand in hand if you are to maintain your weight, lose weight, or you're trying to gain weight.
Like another, how much time are you willing? That's like one of my dad's favorite. How much time are you willing? That's like not an overnight solution.
No, it's not.
Keep. Yeah.
Like,
my dad.
slap that on.
That's my dad's eternal crusade. One day he'll stop all the bullshit that Carabao influence.
I'm telling you, man.
Don't industrialize the youth. Let them work out naturally.
But yeah, cause I hate to say this, man. Like you can work out as much as you want, but if your diet is still the same, then you'll notice some like you'll gain like physical abilities. Like you can carry more stuff, sure, be able to stretch more, but like your form your like your weight will still, like your appearance will still sometimes your appearance will still stay the same. Like you'll still gain the fat. That's part, and that has a lot to do. That has a lot to do with diet.
Yeah. I think a lot of change your diet. Then, like first and foremost, a lot of like people like like hey, but like we got a friend, box of fries, tries to work out, complains that he's not in his shoulder. Maybe it's what you're. Yeah. I
And
was like, shit, man. Like, if you want to like get stuff in your body, that's gotta go. Like with the stuff he's eating, moderation's okay, 100%.
oh yeah.
No, that's one thing people. That's like the most. You're gonna go on the diet. You can't eat this anymore. No. You still can. You gotta like pace yourself.
Right. Actually, what I remember having a discussion with a health instructor back then, and what she told me was like it takes 3,600 calories to make a pound, right?
Yeah.
And in order to lose the weight, you would essentially need to lose about 30 within the span of 1 week, you would need to lose 3,600 calories. But in order to do that, you would need to do some sort of calorie deficit. In order, so you're supposedly eating less calories, which is why like if even if you can work out as hard as you want,
Yeah.
right? But if you're still eating like at 3,000 calories,
Oh yeah.
right? You cannot expect to see change just because you put in the work.
Yeah. A lot, and that's what like they say. Holds a lot of people back. Like whenever they do, I was like, oh man, I did my workout. Time to eat him a warrior or something like. All of the work gone. Like, that's like one of my least favorite parts about like workouts. But I understand. But like after you finish, you check how many calories you lost, and you tell. But if we only lost 400 calories, I'm busting my ass off. That's the unfortunate reality. All the hard work gone. The minute. Boys.
Oh. It's like it's a love-hate relationship, man.
Right? The moderation.
But it's like it's so good. Like you hear the knife on the
the
knife on the fat. You're like,
dude, President G, that's his biggest weakness. Like, I remember he was giving a speech on like problem solving and all. It's like, guys, in order for me to solve something, we need to look at. First of all, I want to get rid of. He gave his like his beer belly a name. It was so funny. I forgot what his name. Get rid of. But in order to do that, I need to acknowledge what's wrong. And you see, I have a craving for crispy pasta. I was like, uh-oh, no. I'm like, poor guy. I feel you, man. It's so hard to get away from.
I remember the first time I've ever done a half marathon.
Yeah.
We ran from Culver COP. We ran from COP all the way down to Kensington. And that's 13 miles, right? So like by the time I get to like the last mile, like I like the last 3 miles, I thought I was gonna lose it. Like my legs were already shot, and I couldn't move any longer. So like what happens was, one of my friends, Ed, comes in with some guys, and like they run alongside me. They pace, so they're pacing with me. So there was Ed, Gerald, actually the two Geralds. So there were two Gerald.
Yeah.
And Jalen, and so we ran together. We were pacing ourselves, and by the time we got to La Fiesta, Ed was telling me like, "There it is, we're almost there. Just think about the crispy pata."
That's your power spike.
I was like, oh, that started boost some motivation. I was like, oh, let's go.
I bet the day after was like the best feeling ever. I know your body's hurting, but at least you get to rest.
No, you know the crazy part was like I was supposed to meet up with them in Shirley's the day, that same day, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go straight home because like I couldn't move my legs. Like,
oh yeah, fair enough.
I could.
That's why you're still starting out with your run.
That was like that was like 3 months in, and I was like, You know what the stupid part was, like, because Ed was telling me like, "Hey, I'm looking for people that are willing to do a 21K," and I was like, "That shouldn't be so bad," because I thought I told myself I've done 10Ks before. How bad could a 21K be? And then and then my friend told me, he was like, "You've never done a 21K, right?" I was like, "No." But it's like a 10K, right? He's like, no. And then he told me that. Then I asked, I asked Dad, like, what's the distance for this 21K? Like, oh, we're gonna be running from COP all the way down to Kensington. And I'm like, whoa.
Like the Randy Orton Taker me. Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you one thing though. Like after I ran the half marathon, I realized any other race that I did before that was
It's like
was
a
not
cakewalk, right?
was nothing at this point. Because if I was trending over a 5K or a 10K, like this half marathon definitely taught me something.
For sure, that's definitely gonna be my plan. By doing those.
My
I am down, but I'm gonna prepare.
my next goal though is I want to do a marathon.
Hey,
So I'm like, that's a full 26. That's the full 26 miles. And I know Saipan doesn't have a marathon. Well, Saipan does host marathons, but I don't know if they do if they're gonna be doing full marathons yet. But Guam has their own marathons that they're gonna be holding in April. So hoping, yeah, I'm hoping to do a marathon by next
Since you're injured, that's like the best time too.
yeah. Oh man, I am ready to get back into training because man, I felt horrible. Like the days where like my knee was still recovering, I felt horrible. Like I couldn't enjoy the mini games because of that, and that really put a damper on me. Because I really wanted to join. I was working on it, like, but I had. Yeah, for sure. Like
Somebody wants to join us in our runs too. Motivated.
I was like, cause I had this burning passion to like to join, and because of my injuries, I couldn't. So like because of that, I got discouraged. I relapsed a bit along the way. Then I ended up gaining the weight that I lost over time because I was still in the process of recovering.
Yeah, obviously you can't push yourself.
Yeah. So now that I'm back at it, like I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of the changes in my body, like as I get back into it. And I think that in itself, really does, really does, help. Like once you start, like the thing about the fitness journey, right? Like it's definitely a long endeavor that one pushes through. It's not something like it's like what you said. It's not something that can be done overnight. And when you go through this journey, you start to learn more things about yourself. And for me, like as I look back, like I do not want to become the person that where I lost sight of myself back in 2017, back when I first started streaming. Health health was out health was out of the picture for me. Like
Right.
I couldn't think like that was the time when I spent a lot more time that was when I was much more invested into making content on Twitch. That my performance my health suffered like a lot. Like it sucked too because like that was when I had like massive heartburns at the time, and like I could
Like stuff like, diabetes gets thrown around too.
oh. And then there's that feeling where, like when you want to eat something like
Right.
that's not just the heartburn. There's like something called GERD.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Like
That-
for me, like I started like a lot more having like last year my dad was a lot more serious. This year stronger. Funk.
It's just I find it interesting now because like there's this channel I was watching on YouTube. His name's Isaac Butterfield.
Okay.
And he was mentioning about how like one of the biggest things on TikTok is like having to like fat acceptance.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Remember, guys, if you exercise, it's fat phobic.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like,
Hurts.
it just, I don't even know where to begin with this rabbit hole.
Like, nothing. My opinion. First of all, I do not condone. Like, if y'all want to like healthy, go for it.
Mm.
It's not something I want to encourage.
Right.
Like, it's that when you tell you, so I accept my body for what I'm go for it. It's your life, but I just don't appreciate the fact that you're fat phobic.
I was like, yes, we have to learn to accept other people who they are, right? Because they're not like
You're human in the end of the day.
yeah, we're all human. They're human too.
Yeah.
Like we should treat them as such. If you go on ahead of like bullying fat people, man, you're a piece of shit, man. Fuck. Right. But like you can't go around telling people like that this is okay. There is a fine line to be said about these two aspects, and like health, like people that promote to be healthy are not just doing it just for the sake of like
Showing off and all that. Yeah, of
Right.
course not.
and you could see that in the results, like statistics in the United States in terms of like diabetes rates
Yeah.
or
I think United States highest.
right. And the thing is like and this is the thing that shocks me is that they're non-communicable diseases.
Right. Yeah.
Meaning to say that these are not diseases that can be transferred. These are meaning to say also that these are things that could be these are things that we can control
Mhm.
per se.
Yeah.
Like and all it takes is just changing making
Adjustments to your
yeah.
get over.
And we like I don't think anybody wants to see a person like plummet their way towards death or
And the-
have an
And
early
the fact
death.
that they're glorifying, it's like, look, I'm at my current size now. I'm living life, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna live. Apple at all. Guys, it's end your life shortly. Not assisted or anything like that.
I was like, this also takes me back to like avocado.
Oh my! It's water weight.
Uh,
How
I,
corporate.
I do not know where to begin with this dude, man. Like,
How corporate. It's water weight.
I was like, I see his videos, and I think to myself, man, I have to do better. Like,
And I tell myself, guy sacrifices. Like, how does one like? I get sure he's rich, but man, if that's a nice life, shit, I feel like I'm living like a king, guys.
I mean, mukbangs have been a popular video trend, and I mean, I generally don't have any problems with that,
Yeah.
but like, the because it's an amount because it's a heavy amount of food. Could you imagine us doing a mukbang right now?
I think we're gonna need that's to like if we're gonna be occupying this table, basically. Yeah, we're gonna need like at least four more people. Finish them. Assuming we did not get platters. And just plates. But if we got platters, we need more people.
Oh,
My favorite. I'm not sure if it's mukbanger, but he's more of a competitive eater. It's Matt Stoney.
oh
That dude's a
my
beast,
god!
man. But I like it. His mukbangs are not free. That's the key. rest of the week, workouts and all that. But it's crazy because that guy's like a 125er or 135er.
Yeah.
And then in his next video, him like chow down like a fucking like the giant ass fruit guys video. That's the one that kept laughing. Like my childhood dream.
So
Eating a big fruit.
the funny thing was like when Queso Marianas had their 5 pound burrito eating championship competition back in I think this was back in 2017.
Yeah.
I was looking up videos like on like how to beat how to finish a 5 pound burrito like fast.
Yeah.
So on YouTube the first video I saw was Matt Stoney just taking down a 5 pound burrito, and I was like, man, I was like, how is this guy able to eat so much yet still maintain his weight?
Then and like the hint was his upload. That was like the big.
Yeah.
My God, that fine.
I mean, for the most part, like, cause he's a competitive eater. Like, he trains his stomach in order to be able to take on this much food. Which is interesting also because like your stomach is a muscle, and I think I remember having this discussion before. So in order for you to be able to train your stomach, because a lot of the food competition that you see outside, a lot of the food competitions that you see are mostly like are either how fast you can finish something, how fast you can finish this, or how much can you take in, to the best of your capacity. Now with something like a 5 pound with a 5 pound burrito, like we're talking about a burrito of like this size.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a party dish.
It is practically a party dish, and I remember this because I had first-hand experience eating a 5 pound burrito, and like this is at the start of the competition. I didn't realize because it was fresh off the plate.
Oh no.
So yeah, my mouth was scalding like throughout the like I had burns on the roof of my tongue for like about a
Was it like this big?
Yeah, it was that big.
Bro, so this is 5 pound burrito. Yeah, check this out, Twitch chat. Wait, let's see if we can. This is a big ass burrito. But check it out, bro. Big. Pounds. This is like a family platter.
That is incredibly big.
Yeah. Hey yo. Hour mark, baby.
Yep, we're about to cap
go.
it pretty soon. But yeah, looking at that, like, I know for sure I gained 5 pounds of that. I gained 5 pounds. That
Makes sense to me. I found burrito, 5 pound bonus. If you think about it, if you don't win, you kind of like neg because like after like if you like think about it, you lost and you gained 5 pounds, you're like shit. I have to lose all of this now. Back to the drawing board.
in my mind, I was like, okay, if I win, I get an S7, which is great. If I lose, it's free dinner. Then by the time I actually finished the competition, I was second place.
Ayo.
I was like, all right, I got second place, but I got nothing.
Oh.
And all I got was a feeling of bloating and like indigestion. Oh. But yeah. People go like the amount of food that like what I've heard, like what people do is like throughout the week they'll go through like a cleansing phase where they'll eat like massive amounts of like light food that's like easy. So sometimes that diet would consist of like watermelons and
Like high fiber food.
yeah, watermelons and leafy greens, just so that they can cleanse it out of their body by the time they finish. And then on the day of the competition, they don't eat anything until.
And once it's game time, everyone's like wrapping this.
Yeah. So again, your stomach is a muscle, but the problem also is like because you're training it, right? And this is something that I suffered from like at 20 after 2018 was when I finally got it into my system, like my stomach expanded.
Oh yeah.
So
Compensate for the
as
amount of food
yeah,
you into it.
as a consequence, like because my stomach still expanded right thereafter,
Yeah.
I had to consume a huge amount of food in order to be
Satiated.
yeah, in order to be satiated. And that was a problem. And that was a problem at the time because I didn't work out to regulate my performance. So all the food that I got stored inside of me ended up becoming fat, becoming stored fat, in a way. And that was when I took a good look at myself and I was like, I am never doing this kind of competition again.
Like before my weight cut, right now I'm 170, but prior to that I was close. Back then, yeah, I was a strong eater too. But ever since my dad like conditioned my stomach, every time I try to eat more, my body's not used to it anymore.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man. Like the gap of like I look back, I was like, crap. I remember when I was like a little heavier, I could have like destroyed like consecrate like fairly quickly. But now like even trying to finish uphill battle for me. It's like my walk around weight these days, or like 175 in between. But that gap in my stomach is so different night and day. How much I eat now than prior. How magically.
yeah. So like on the opposite side of that spectrum, like because it's just a matter of like how you train your stomach. If you eat less food regularly, your body's gonna tell you like this is stop. Like so you don't need as much in order to be full.
Yeah.
Whereas if you eat a lot,
And
like
that's when your body will adjust.
your body will adjust to the point where like you need to eat a lot of amount of food in order to be satiated.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely works hand in hand, and I feel like when you add in things like working out, it really does inhibit your hunger levels because now you're signaling your body like, okay, you probably shouldn't eat this much, so you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna wake up at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Easy. See Twitch. I wake up every. I don't know. I have a genetic trait I have because like I can like sleep at 12, but then I'll still wake up at 4. Body's all 100%. I'm not groggy and all that. Probably it's probably genetics because like my family like, has a history of farmers and all. Wake up early. And my dad just makes fun of me. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, boy. That's the 80-year-old sleep plan." I'm like, "Oh, hell no, Dad." I'm already practicing for the 80s guys. But yeah, like the fact that I'll just wake. Yep, I'm 100. Sure. Let's start doing my runs now. How I can do it. The fact that people ask me like, I can't give them. Mine's just like genetic Calakas magic, right? Oh, I can't really explain how I do it.
Yeah, it goes beyond me. How you're able to maintain.
It just makes me
that.
laugh because like, I'll wake up 4 in the morning, do warm ups, and probably like digest the food that I ate last night. And then after my warm ups, like I have the energy to just look at my phone, look at the backlogs in the servers like memes, and I'll see Chrono and like Naru like making his post. I'm like, yes, back in the Natsumi 4 in the morning makes sense to me.
Oh god.
So yes, guys, there are people reading early in the morning, and I'm one of them.
I think this is a good time to end the stream. Thank you guys again for tuning in. You guys have been amazing. I don't know where the hell Earl is, but okay. Anyways, he sends his regards. Thank you guys again for tuning in. If you guys haven't had the time to check, don't forget to check out our YouTube, my socials. If you guys want to see the replay of the Breakpoint, and also check out the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. We'll be posting up some highlights, and we'll be coming back again next week with our usual stream antics, and be sure to check out be sure to tune into episode 11 of the Breakpoint coming in next week. You guys have been amazing, and I hope you guys continue to stay amazing. We're gonna look for somebody to raid, but until then, you guys as always, stay groovy, y'all. Peace out, and anything you want to mention?
Stay healthy and stay hydrated, lads. Let's go. Earl, say your final remarks before this one. Oh, we're ready.
Yeah.
Alright, final remarks. Activate.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right, stay groovy, y'all. Peace out, and happy 4th of July. And stay hydrated. Make sure to stay hydrated.
Sure, why not?
All right, y'all know what to do. Peace. Oh boy. Dude.